I mean, whatever they are doing, if they want to become a tennis player, if you want to become whatever athlete you want to become, it takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's not just an individual effort of the child. To be very honest, you as a parent have to put in a lot, probably more in these years at the moment, because not only does the child need to study, she needs to go, or he needs to go practice, you need to do training. Tennis, I can tell you, has become so competitive over the last, even over the last 10-15 years, that it's becoming physically so hard, to compete with the best, and it's just it's going up notches every week. You see new players coming out, so you have to put in. For the last 22 years of my life, I've tried to put in, of course, before I used to put in 7-8 hours. Now after 3 surgeries, if I put in another 7-8 hours, I'll have another 3 surgeries, so I have to cut down and kind of balance that as well. But so now I still put in about 5 hours a day with training, and obviously, it depends if I'm in season or out of season. So having said that, it takes a lot of hard work, but tennis and training is just one part of it. The emotional support that you can give them, for them to realize their dreams and want to become who they are, as an athlete or as a person, is very important. I think it's the inspiration. I mean, this is probably a good question to ask my parents, but I think even today the inspiration comes from the love for the sport. For any sport, you should not pick up a tennis racket or a cricket bat. I know I didn't for the fame or for the money. You have to pick it up because you love it and because you want to do it. But when everything else comes with it, of course it's a bonus. Of course you don't need to, you want to give it back when you have it, but that shouldn't be your primary focus. Is not fame and money. It should be to love the sport and to play it for the passion, and that's why I'm still playing, because I love it and I love competing, and I can't imagine my life without it. Yeah, I mean, obviously ours is a little more rigid than a normal person would, but I honestly believe in moderation. I don't deprive myself of anything, because I do feel that I burn about, if I'm playing and I'm training for 4-5 hours, I'm burning over 3,000 calories a day. So I need to put in a little bit more at least, to maintain. So of course it's good calories. So if I do feel like eating a piece of chocolate cake, I promise you I'll eat it. Obviously it's not going to be every day, but once in a while. So I believe that only when you're actually satisfied fully can you perform at your best. So that obviously includes food as well. I think you should be satisfied with your food as well. Well, I hope it's not going to be a challenge. I hope it's going to come naturally to both of us. But to be very honest, any new partnership is difficult. Sometimes you hit it off, sometimes you don't, but you need to understand each other. Sometimes it takes a few weeks, sometimes it doesn't. And but I think that, of course, on paper, we make a great team. But sometimes paper is not enough. You still have to go out there and produce those results together. So we practice a little bit together in Doha. So we have a few days before Indian Wells starts. So hopefully, we're not going to take hasty decisions. But the next few weeks, few tournaments are going to try and give us a good indication of how we'll play together. I like running a lot. Unfortunately, I had to stop in between since I had a knee surgery, couple of knee surgeries actually. But now finally, the last knee surgery I had was in 2011, and it's been a few years. So over the last actually 1 year, I've been running quite a lot. I run about 5 times a week at least, and I run about 6-7 kilometers as a warm up. So if I do train for it, I mean, I don't, my only problem is I get bored very fast. So I need some very good music or like a good, show going on. Then I can go 50 minutes and 55 minutes. So I mean, I don't mind, but I don't want it to start another knee pain or something. So I'm going to wait till I finish tennis, but maybe I will run a marathon. Well, in Hyderabad, to be very honest, I run on the treadmill a lot more, but I have been running, obviously at the KBR a couple of times. I go in at a time when there's no one, but I have to go at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon or something, or late morning, because there's hardly any people there. But it's a really good run. Inside you have stairs, you have hills, and you have everything. That's the only really place that I run in Hyderabad when I go out. But outside it's amazing, especially to run in Australia and stuff. You've got amazing sceneries here, and even to run in Paris and places like that, you've got amazing little streets, and you discover, and that's how you I try and discover new cities like that.